Awesome. Excellent. So, yeah, I mean, we could have a look quickly. Do you want to know the story of Halloween in English? I mean, I feel like it's a kind of it's the only time of the year to like know a little bit of history about it. Should we read a little bit about Halloween? Is that interesting? Or?
No, never.
Yeah, but would it be interesting for you to read it about it now?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
a quick Wikipedia, Wikipedia Halloween, just to see what it says. I don't want it in Spanish. I want it in English. This is an English class. Oh, there it is. But I can just go to, I told you this before. You can go to Wikipedia, click on it in Spanish, and then go to the English. So, Halloween. Let's see. Halloween. A contraction of All Hallows Evening. So that's why it's a contraction. It's a shorter word. It's one word of three words. All Hallows Evening. So, also known as All Halloween, or All Hallows Eve. Eve to be like Christmas Eve, the day before the day, or All Saints Eve, and is a celebration observed in many countries on the 31st of October, the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows Day. It begins the observance of All Hallowtide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, martyrs, and all the faithful departed. So it's a time for remembering the dead, especially people of importance, like saints. Saints are people who've had miracles happen because of them. Martyrs, martyrs are people who die for a good cause or for a cause, whether it's good or not is depending. And all the faithful departed, so all those who believe in God, I suppose, and get to stay in heaven, not hell. Although one theory holds that many Halloween traditions have been influenced by ancient Celtic harvest festivals. So, particularly the Gaelic festival Samhain, don't know how to pronounce that, which may have had pagan roots. So, pagan were the very old Christians. So, it was related perhaps to cultivating and, like, I guess, I mean, this is quite late to me to have, all the way in October is when you would be harvesting the fruit and wheat and stuff. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see what it says. Halloween activities include trick or treating. So everybody knows that. Trick or treating is the classic game where you dress up. Or the related guising and souling. Attending Halloween costume parties. Oh, those are our favorites. Carving pumpkins. So carving them, making a shape out of the pumpkins, like a face in the pumpkins. The pumpkin is that big fruit or vegetable, I suppose. It's a vegetable, kind of a big old thing. Into jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, there you go. A good old jack-o'-lantern. It's a carved pumpkin. That action of chopping things out is to carve. Lighting bonfires. So a bonfire is a big fire. By the way, guys, make sure you're taking notes. Yeah, this is good vocabulary. A bonfire, one of those big fires, like a campfire, a bonfire. Look how big it is compared to those people. It's huge. Apple bobbing. That's a good activity. That means just trying to get the apple out of the water with your teeth. Definitely not easy, that. Like a bob, like bobbing upside down to bobbing. Divination games, fortune telling, predicting information. Yeah, that's what divination is, predicting the fortune of other people. Playing pranks. Pranks are cool, fun things. Practical jokes, funny, ha ha ha. Making people trip up or putting a banana so people will like fall. That's a prank. My daughter plays pranks on me all the time. Visiting haunted attractions. That's pretty fun. I wish they had that. They have that in Cusco, right? There is this one house, which is like a haunted house. That they should definitely make that into an attraction. That would be awesome. A haunted means it has those ghosts. It has those spirits in it. It's haunted. Haunted. Telling scary stories. That's, yeah, why not? As well as watching horror films, of course. Horror movies, scary movies. In many parts of the world, the Christian religious observance of All Hallows Eve, including attending church services and lighting candles on the graves of the dead, remain popular. Although elsewhere, it is a more commercial and secular celebration. Well, yeah, I mean, how big is all these costumes? It costs money. So it's quite commercial. So secular, as in not belonging to one faith, secular. Some Christians historically abstained from meat, from eating cows and other animals on All Hallows Eve, a tradition reflected in the eating of certain vegetarian foods on this vigil. Interesting. Vigil, from the Latin vigilia, meaning wakefulness, is a period of purposeful sleeplessness, an occasion for devotional watching or an observance. So I guess that's a time to be reflective and make changes in your life if need be. Some Christians abstain from meat, including apples, potato pancakes, and soul cakes. Okay, so that's Halloween. Some interesting points there. Some interesting activities. Comes from Christianity. It is a Christian thing, kind of remembering the dead. So if you were to speak to anybody from the past who is no longer with us, who would it be and why? Angela, do you have anyone in particular? Or did I already ask you this question? If you could speak to anyone from the past, like remembering the dead. I think that's a great question to ask people. So, yeah, Halloween. An interesting one. Learning English superiorly. We're gonna learn English quick.